His opening monologue turned into a 30 Rock reunion, which featured cast members Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, and Jack McBride. The former cast reprised their characters for the bit about an old 2012 episode of the hit series. Morgan also took the time to tell his audience how happy he was to be back on SNL stage. At the end of the monologue, the 30 Rock cast ran out and hugged him as the crowd cheered. Michael.
How's this for a sensational headline? A Florida man used a bottle of hot sauce to knock out another man over graham crackers. According to local authorities, Sean DeAndre Thomas was eating his graham crackers at a church that provides meals for the homeless when someone asked him for some graham crackers. Thomas became upset by the question, which is when he threw the bottle of hot sauce. Thomas also punched the throat of another man who tried to quell the situation, according to police. Thomas is charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and battery.
Those must have been some precious graham crackers.
I know. If somebody asked me for some graham crackers, he's going to get the hot sauce to the face as well.
Oh my.
Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. It's a joke.
Please, don't do that.
Hurry up.
Yes, another wild story from Florida. A man was arrested for impersonating a police officer after pulling over an actual police officer. Joshua Lehman had red and white lights on his pickup truck and used them to pull over an unmarked police vehicle. Sergeant Andrew Hobbs said that the officer saw the lights and pulled over to let him go by. But Lehman pulled behind the deputy and tried to do a traffic stop. Lehman was arrested shortly after he could not present identification to the deputy during the traffic stop. This is not Lehman's first scuffle with the police, as back in 2013 he threatened to beat an officer over a video game controller if the officer shut down his computer. Dedication is real.
Dedication is real. Why would you have the guts to actually pull over someone when you're not an officer? Don't do this and beat someone with a video game controller.
We can never get into their minds. We can never do that.
And across the country, a Californian couple decided to call off their wedding. However, instead of throwing out the food for the reception, the brides-to-be's family decided to turn the $35,000 wedding into a feast for the homeless. The feast took place at the Citizen Hotel, one of the city's finest venues. There were close to 100 homeless people at attendance, including singles, elderly, and entire families. The feast included appetizers, salad, and salmon. Some people decided to dress up for the occasion. The bride's mother, who helped put it all together, said, "Even though my husband and I were feeling very sad for our daughter, it was heartwarming to see so many people enjoy their meal." It's a nice story.
It really is.
Very nice story.
Up next, a Kuwait woman hits police cruiser, a bus shooting in Israel, another shooting in Chicago, as well as Verizon being under fire in New York City over files, and New York City principal orders teachers to remove their desks from their classrooms. I'm Ara Gonzalez.
And I'm Michael Jimenez.
And we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Welcome back to the broadcast. We're glad you're here. We're going to toss it over to Quincy for the weather. Quincy?
How's the week looking like?
Hey guys, the weather this week, tomorrow's 69 degrees high. Tomorrow's nice and real cold, unfortunately. But it'll be partly cloudy. And then on Wednesday, we'll be heading to 73 degrees, If you're heading out to the beach, you might as well get there now. Partly cloudy. And also on Thursday, it'll be 73 as well, high. But the night will be 47 degrees, unfortunately. And then Friday, the weekend, we're heading, to the low, cold, chilly time, 58 degrees high. But they say it'd be sunny, but I don't believe it really. And then for the weekend, I'm heading to 59 degrees, and 49 at nighttime, partly cloudy. And Sunday, headed to church, you'll be looking at 66 degrees high. I guess back to you guys. See you later.
So there's still a chance for me to plan a beach day, obviously, right?
Yeah, there's still a planned day for you to do a beach day. It's
Would that
only,
be tomorrow since it's going to be 69?
Not tomorrow. Do Wednesday probably.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday-
Wednesday or Thursday.
I think a lovely retreat to the beach just to get the final days of summer out of the
Just
way.
like the whole crew. We can take the whole crew to go to the beach on Wednesday. That sounds like something that I like to do.
I'm down with it.
I'm
down
with
with
it.
it?
I'm with it with you there. Well, thank you, Quincy, for that. And back to us now. Michael?
We will be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Welcome back to the broadcast. We bring you more news stories. In Kuwait, a woman hit a police cruiser. Her excuse? She didn't see the car because it was gray. The police officer says this is the strangest excuse he has ever heard in his career. The excuse has clearly not let the woman off the hook, as she still has to pay for the accident. One woman claims she must have been busy on her phone, which is why she came up with such a lame excuse. Others say they should change the colors of the cars from gray to pink in order to make visibility go up. That is a pretty lame excuse.
People,
I didn't see the car because it was gray.
they'll create excuses for anything, but what can we do about it? A bus station shooting in Beersheba, Israel, left 3 men dead and 10 Israelis wounded after Ara Bidon killed an Israeli soldier and used his rifle to open fire on the nearby crowd. The gunman Mohammed Albiq shot Sergeant Omar Levi, a 19-year-old Israeli soldier, in the head, picked up the deceased's M16 carbine, and proceeded to shoot and injure 10 civilians. Security guards killed the gunman. However, an Ethiopian merchant was mistaken as a second gunman and shot by the security guards. Bystanders who were uninjured in the attack proceeded to bludgeon the wounded migrant who was not involved in the attack. The incident was broadcasted live television after being recorded on a cell phone. Tensions remain high in Israel as police investigate the incident. Michael.
A Chicago father is being charged in the accidental shooting of his 3-year-old son. Michael Santiago, a former gang member who reportedly purchased the weapon to protect his family from his former associates, left his loaded handgun on top of the family refrigerator. The 3-year-old boy was accidentally shot by his 6-year-old brother during a game of cops and robbers. The 3-year-old later died in the hospital. Santiago is charged with felony child endangerment for the shooting and the illegal purchase of the firearm. Santiago's bail is set at $75,000. Ariel.
A principal in NYC school has ordered teachers of the school to get rid of their desk. The principal of PS24, Donna Connolly, had teachers push their desks into the hallway while class was in session. Connolly was also wanting teachers to omit their filing cabinets as well, saying it was the 21st century and these things are no longer needed. Faculty asked where the teachers will have store supplies and grade papers, which Connolly replied, "Figure it out." The furniture had been taken out to the basement of the school to figure out where they should go.
New York City officials are publicly shaming Verizon for their incomplete rollout of Fios throughout the city. According to Verizon, they have completed the obligation laid out in the agreement. The number of households that have requested the service to be set up sits at over 106,000 buildings, a number that Verizon has acknowledged. Verizon has stated they have wired 100% of New York City blocks with Fios, but potential customers have said they are still being denied service to their house. Verizon executive representatives have stated the blame should not be put on them, but rather the employees of the company who refuse to wire up service. They get the job done and they just don't follow through.
There's still something more added onto it because we understand it's a hard business, trying to wire, give the services needed, but sometimes it doesn't add up.
But what really stands out is they said, it's not us, it's our employees.
We're at to blame, but we won't take the full responsibility. But what can you do about that?
What can you do?
And that is all the news we have here today. Again, guys, I'm Mario Gonzalez.
And I'm Michael Jimenez. Be sure to tune in on Wednesday for more up-to-date news. Good night.
And good luck.